Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the live webinar today. Thanks for joining me today on time for the afternoon lunchtime session. So before I begin, I just want to make sure that everyone can see my slides and hear me well. So please let me know in the Q&A box if you can hear me well and you can see the slides. Maybe you can just help me type a 1 over there, or just let me know typing yes will do. All right, thank you everyone for confirming. All right, today is going to be a short session, so I'm going to start right now. All right, so once again, a quick introduction of myself. My name is Jin Liang. I'm the senior trainer from Amazon Seller Education team over here in Amazon Singapore. So today we're going to talk about what brand seller or brand owner can do in preparation for Prime Day. So as you probably know right now, tomorrow is actually the Prime Day. All right, it's based on US timing, by the way. If you're selling on Amazon.com in the US. So we will not be sharing the slides, but of course the webinar today will be recorded as usual and you can find in the official YouTube playlist. And then the resources I'll be sharing in today's session as well will also be shared in the video description, so you can go over there and check it out. You do not have to copy or take screenshots. All right, so if there's any Q&A, please do remember to put it into the Q&A box. And also the information is accurate as of today. So if you see anything like such as policy update, etc., please do refer to the Seller University or Seller Central Help for the most updated information. Okay, so I will go in the details directly without further ado, right? And that three critical details will be the agenda today, the opportunity analysis, how you can manage your customer engagement, and what you can do to optimize your store and your listing. All right, first of all, I'm just gonna go through like a hypothetical case. So this is more like to show, what you can do as a brand owner. So as I'm assuming that this is a brand, it's called the Links, all right? And the owner actually sell casual attire for women with product price under around $100. And their target customer group is young women. And then this year, their product line consists of vacation dresses. All right, since the vacation dresses are seasonal, and the most important timeline is usually from June to August. So what this brand owner did is he or she needs to leverage on Prime Day to capture at least, probably half of their year's business. So in preparation for this important period, right, the owner has already done the basic that any of the brand seller would do, such as, setting up a deal, planning of the Amazon ads. So next, let's see how he can use, some other kind of analysis that can help him get more opportunities. So for those of you who may not know what is vacation dress, like me, so you can, take a look. These are just, dresses that probably people wear on vacation. Okay, so now first of all, what the brand owner can do SWOT analysis. So SWOT actually stands for, right over here you see, strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. We know that the competition is fierce in the dress market, and then the products are highly seasonal and there isn't much differentiation. So there are actually many sellers, like you see earlier in the slide, that make vacation dresses like this. So when it comes to funding, now this brand owner can't afford expensive, spending too much on ads. So when it comes to brand awareness, the owner actually know that there's leading Europeans, American brands that usually have the advantage. And when it comes to price, the product is usually in the mid-range price, and the owner doesn't want to burn out, by selling a lot of, discounts, highly discounted products. That's not going to work for his business, right? So what can he do? What can the owner do, seeing that you can't compete, in terms of price, brand, or even funding? So actually, there's some options. So the owner knows, you probably, like most brand owner will know, that your product are uniquely tailored. The materials used are environmental friendly, and the owner knows that it can bring the new products to market quickly. All right, and then riding on the winds of the fast fashion and his brand, he actually accumulated about 5,000 followers who actually recognize this brand and the products. So these are the followers which are his loyal customers, or people who will repurchase the product. And what he knows is that this is a strength that you can see. And then with this strength, this is something that this follower must be reactivated. All right. So he also did some further analysis and found that actually more Americans are vacationing this year than last year. And according to the research here, he has actually found out that about 75% of people in the US are planning to travel this summer. So there will be more opportunity. Given that it's Prime Day, a lot of the US consumer will be shopping online on Amazon. So with that in mind, right, the owner actually tried to locate its advantage by doing some further opportunity analysis. All right, so some things that you can do something like a competitor analysis quadrant here to actually get a more holistic view of where you sit among your competitors and the competition in the similar landscape. Some things you can do, such as analyzing your product reviews of similar products, or even your own reviews, to get a sense of what your customers or potential target group of customer likes or dislike about dresses. And then the whole idea is to find out more details to try and locate your advantage, so that you can do some customizations if you can for your product, or to actually run some further kind of promotion to showcase your unique selling point of your product. So the second part is about manage your customer engagement. All right. So how do you actually increase loyalty in your followers? So you can see there's something, maybe some feature that brand owners may not be aware. I will show you later. So you do know that there is a average typical open rate of email, about 20%, based on the benchmark that we get over here, the studies. And then for the successful sellers who invest about actually 8 times more successful seller invests about 8 times more than less successful seller in cultivating the followers. And then there's also a repurchase rate increased by 1%, with the profit margin increased by 17%. And this is also the followers spend twice the average of the non-followers. So what can you do, or what are the tools available to help you get more in terms of your followers? So if you're a brand owner, there is actually a tool called the customer engagement. So this is a free email marketing tools available for you. You can actually set it up to send out emails to your followers. Right, so I'm sharing the link over here. You can check it out. So this is a feature that actually most Amazon sellers may not be aware. So you got to be a brand owner, and then you will be able to unlock this tool. You can send marketing emails to your followers. All right, and to use these now, of course, you have to be selling in the US marketplace, and you have to be a registered brand owner, and you also need to have already set up your brand store. All right. So with that in mind, right, you can actually, as a brand owner, develop a so-called customer engagement plan. You can decide on the frequency and prepare your content, what kind of theme or angle you want to drive in your campaign, and determine your campaign objective and track the click-through rates with the customer's emails engagement. All right, and do know that you can't just set it once and let it repeat by itself. This is something that you should continuously test and learn, and use the result to optimize your campaign for the best outcome. So this is just an example, what you can do, set up some objective, what are the scenario that you are testing, etc., to try and optimize your campaigns, and depending on your click-through rate, your open rate, and also the number of sales, if you can have any sales with that. So you can analyze which is the most content that resonate well with your buyers. So these are the tools available on how you can grow your so-called grow a following on Amazon, to grow your follower using these multi-dimensional marketing tools available. So obviously there is the news. So if any of your followers actually follows on your brand page, they will be informed in the news about the deals, if you have any deals. And there is this Amazon Live notification. So if you're using Amazon Live, there is a so-called live streaming features. But right now, It's only available on the iOS app. All right. And then these are the targeted marketing emails. So if you have any followers, they will be receiving emails that you are targeting to them. All right. And then lastly, there is this Amazon post. So you can create like a post, a bit of like, Instagram type of post to share about your related product, etc., that you want to share with your followers. So on the live stream feature, right, if you have it, you can also use it to during your live stream, your shoppers can purchase your featured product, etc., and then you can offer your promotion during the live stream as well. All right. So the last part is regarding about optimizing your store and the store listing. And what are some of the key advantage if you have a brand store, and then you should focus on optimizing it. So these are the key advantage. You will be able to get a better attention from your buyers because of the way your brand story will be able to capture their attention, how you feature your product, etc., using all the nice and sometimes interactive setup in your brand store page. And then you can highlight your deals that you are having upcoming. And also you can increase the per customer order amount by doing cross-selling or bundling that get your customers to buy multiple items per order. So these are some of the features or the what we call the tiles available on your brand store. Correct. You can add a videos, and you can add buyable images, and also you can add a recommendation widget. All right. So you can also run, which you might already be running, your sponsored ads. And then if you have the brand store, you can run your sponsored brands ads as well to drive more traffic to your stores. All right, this is just like a sample. Like if you have a page, these are some of the things that you can feature a video at the start, and then you can do your categorization so that your shoppers, your customers can easily find what they are looking for on your brand store page. It's basically like your website that is kind of hosted on Amazon.com. And again, to optimize it, there is some more tiles that you can do. You can create a card with your brand introduction. You can have another card that feature 4 asins and so on. You can also do like a what I call a Q&A kind of card over here to address some of the common questions or just to showcase about what your company background, etc., is to further help to convey your company brand value, your brand value. Yep. So this is just an example again. For example, like the vacation dress in our hypothetical case study above. You'll be able to showcase the look and feel of the different dresses, and then the complementary like accessories with a complementing background. So lastly, there's also one thing that for the brand owner who are using FBA can leverage. This is called the virtual bundle. So if you have multiple ASINs that is being sent to the Amazon, or rather you are fulfilling with FBA, you can do a virtual bundle, meaning that you can create a listing with a couple of your different single listing together like this. All right, but do know that this is only available if you are a brand owner, which I assume all of you are brand owners here. And then all these so-called bundling items you want to bundle together are actually fulfilled with FBA. All right, so this can help to kind of increase your average selling price. You can bundle your different items together like this. All right, so sometimes your other items may not be discovered easily, but if you put in a bundle, the customers who wanted to buy the so-called the first item may get to see, oh, actually, the item that you're bundling is something that the customers actually want to get as well. That's why it can help to increase this average selling price in terms of your per order. So there's a link over here. You can take a look later on how you can set up your virtual product bundling. All right, so these are the Prime Day one pager. If you have not downloaded yet, it is a good time to take a look as well, just to refresh what are some of the things that you can still do before the Prime Day. These are the resource and the references I'll be sharing later on in the video description as well. So I want to make sure that I have more time for Q&A if you have any questions, since tomorrow is the Prime Day already. So over here, I only received one questions from all of you here, but because I actually download the list like this morning. So if you have any other questions that you probably sign up later than today morning, then I may not be able to see the question, so you can put into a Q&A box again if you don't mind. All right, so this is one of the question I got from one of the seller from you. So how do you handle hijacker on your listing? Right, so I'm going to assume that the person who asked this is already a brand owner and has a trademark already registered in the brand registry. Okay, so for those who are here who may not know what is hijacker on your listing, so basically it just means that the listing hijacking kind of occurs when there is a counterfeit, also called a fake non-original version of your product is sold on your Amazon listing without any authorization from the brand owner like you, or did not get any formal approval, etc., to allow this hijacker to sell your items. All right. So first of all, I would say you have to do a test buy first, and then do not try to contact the so-called this hijacker. Just do a test buy, and then keep a record of your test buy, such as the product itself, and then also the product order, etc. Okay, and then you can report the violation via the brand registry tool. So there is a dashboard over here that you can go over there and search for the so-called the infringing listing, and then go through the step-by-step guide to help you file your file this hijacker listing, and then the team will look into it. Yep. Yep. So that's about it. You can file it through the brand registry tool if you have a so-called see somebody who is selling a product that you did not authorize. All right. So of course, if it's a file to be infringing, then that listing will be taken down. Yep. So how you can do this? In order to do this, right, for those who are not brand owner in this call, in order to be able to do this, you have to be a brand owner, meaning that you register your brand, you have a trademark, and you register it under Amazon Brand Registry. Then you will be allowed to access the brand protection tools, such as the dashboard, to report any form of violations. Right, and of course, even if you are already branded, as in brand registered already, it will be always good to also brand your packaging. All right, make sure that your product has a very distinct branding that is printed on the not say printed, but it's permanently affixed on the product itself, so that it's much more difficult for all these hijacker to actually hijack and fake your product, right? So I know some brand owners may be maybe having their brand registered, etc., but somehow they didn't actually further and do another step to make their product more unique. So with that in mind, it might be a little bit harder to justify, like, where is the difference. Now obviously, if yours have a brand name attached directly affixed on the product, then it's makes a much more easier case. If there's a hijacker who try to even fake that brand on the product itself. All right, I hope that answers your questions. So I'll still be here. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know on the Q&A. All right, so let me go into the Q&A portion. All right, thank you for your feedback. So I will still be here for about 5 minutes, so that I'm not disturbing your lunch. So if you have any questions, please do let me know in the Q&A box. And then these are the upcoming session for those of you who are interested, or you can let your friends know for those who are, planning to sell on Amazon. Now we have topics about FBA, and then on the 20th July again, we have another lunchtime special regarding account health. All right, for those of your friends who are interested to get to sign up, they can sign up for the 24th July session on the registration guide session. All right, and then before we end July, there is also a section, or rather a session, about the promotional tools available and how you can effectively use it for your, for your stores. All right, so all these can also be registered over here. All right. So the other information, for those who of you prefer to read it up, you can go to Seller University content on this link where you can track your progress, etc. And then there is a Facebook seller community. If you have not joined, do take this opportunity to join the community. They are mostly Singapore-based sellers who will be able to help out one another in the seller community page. All right. Last but not least, the second QR code is where you can find all the recordings for all the Amazon Live webinar series. All right, then I don't see any more questions already. I hope I addressed all your questions. So, yep, have a good lunch and then all the best for Prime Day tomorrow. I'll see you in the next session next week. Thank you. Goodbye.